Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll have Matt Ryan calling the shots, the former MVP and third overall pick.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. All right, let's look at the offense. Devontae Freeman, this is a guy that you wanted to talk about, so take it away.
Brandon, have you seen a running back play with such joy as well as such fury? I love the way he runs the football and attacks defenses.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Ryan. That one complete to Hill. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Here are the starters defensively for the Cowboys. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
54, South.
Now it's Ryan. And he locates Josh Hill, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A nice pickup there, 18 yards. First down, Falcons. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And Freeman lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the block.
And he loses the football a second time. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's Prescott. Sliding out of the pocket. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now Prescott out to his left. Got a man, it's Brown. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And, Charles, you see the numbers for Amari Cooper last week. Well up over 100 yards, and one of those catches found his way into the end zone.
I do think he'll be hard-pressed to duplicate those numbers this week, though, because he's gotten their attention, so they will double him on every snap at a minimum. In some cases, they'll triple him.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
A pass complete here to Aitman. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Ryan Quigley now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. With it is Brown. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And these guys locked into that number 1 seed. That's been a foregone conclusion for a while now. The question on everyone's mind, can they finish the regular season a perfect 16-0?
And it all comes back to philosophy of the organization, philosophy of the head coach, and, of course, the locker room itself. What do the players want to do? And I think what most teams would do in this situation is approach it, let's win every game, but let's be smart about doing it. So it doesn't mean that they're going to go all out if indeed they do need to rest a few people.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. Man open left side is Brown. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Kill! 47! Check my 45.
1st down, Prescott. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Here we go. Let's go, tight end. Let's go. Here we go, 46. 45, 26.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott steps away. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. He got 29 yards that time. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. As we know, they had the chance last week, Charles, to lock up the division. Couldn't do it. Now it all comes down to the final week of the season. But once again, they control their destiny.
And that's a good thing. But I wonder about mindset, because you mentioned they had a chance to lock it up last week, didn't. Are they bringing extra pressure to themselves now? Even though they control their own destiny with a win, now because they didn't get it done before, will they be even tighter as they approach this game?
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. 15 yards on the play, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
Ready, blue 80, blue 80. 58, come on. Pick me up. Here we go. Ready to go.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Airing it out, looking for, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games, is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And out now come the Cowboys. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The first down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's 2nd down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Prescott. And Kelvin Benjamin's got it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down. They go play action here on first down. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly. This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
Pass on target, Prescott to Cooper. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Prescott now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Oh, yeah. Here we go, 47. Here we go again. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Prescott on first down. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's brought down. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. John Ross with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run. Devontae Freeman. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage. So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air. And that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Check.
They start on the ground with Elliott.
Let's go, fellas.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20.
45. 47.
Prescott to throw it. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback. When he delivers the ball.
Check 15. Check 26.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Prescott from the gun. And that will be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe you try and find one of those from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan firing quickly here, and that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, Ryan. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott going deep for Benjamin. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play, so it might as well have not even had the penalty.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Prescott now. Eluding the pressure. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Grady Jarrett able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately. I think that goes all the way back to not.
And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the 2nd. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Ryan. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. From the gun, it's Ryan. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Ryan will throw again. He goes underneath to Freeman. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Shepard. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Welcome into our final regular season edition of our Halftime Report. Playoff lives hanging in the balance as we take you around the NFL one final time. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, where it was the Giants who were able to come away with the road victory. Case Keenum, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we head over to the West Coast. Check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. Nick Foles, throwing the football well. He has 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's check in at our nation's capital. See what's happening with the Redskins at home at FedEx Field. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. 24-10 was your final. In the game you're watching, you've seen a strong first half out of Dak Prescott. His guys have a 2-touchdown lead as we hand it back over to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
We got this.
Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man.
And he coughed it up, and the Falcons grab it. And he's got room. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Right there. Hey, check. Series right here. We got to step it up. All right, 25 tonight.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Ryan leads with Freeman on the draw. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Here's Ryan. That is caught inside the 5. 85 catches for him on the year now, and the result there is a first down. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the...
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? From the shotgun, Ryan. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them a first down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Prescott. It'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The first down carried by Elliott doesn't amount to much as he'll get forward for about a couple. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Drop there, kill. Mike 5-4. Hey, D-line. Right there, 54 Mike.
Now Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Third and long for Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
Switch.
Ito Smith, his first carry. Well, that gives him a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
That defensive front four has been very good. They've just not let the running game get going, have they?
Not at all. In fact, the entire offense just looking a little bit out of sync in this one.
Yeah, sometimes this is why coaches like forward-down defensive linemen, they feel like they can cover more ground when defending the run.
Again, it's Smith. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Here we go.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Jones has it. Jones hit and the ball's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
That's up.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Right there. 54. Right there.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. The quick slant caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 yards for number 11. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Quick throw from Ryan here to Ridley. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He completes it to Jones. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. taken at about the 16. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it? And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tack McKinley picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Staying on his feet. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Charles Harris able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's way down into Dallas territory inside the Cowboy 15. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 47 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Gets it off to Freeman. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the gun, Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. From 13 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack in the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
The lefty Tavecchio now to add the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. That time a 6-play drive, and the end result, an Atlanta touchdown.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get inside. Let's go.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And you can see it's no race for the top spot. That's been decided. These guys will hope to get through Week 17 in one piece before they host a division round game in 2 weeks' time.
And I think that what they'll do is they'll be very selective about who plays in this game, all right? There's certain guys that maybe are starters, but maybe haven't played as much as other guys during the year. Maybe they still need their timing back. Other guys, you're going to put in bubble wrap and put them on the sidelines and tell them we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Hey, 47. Mike by four. Hey, I'm Trump. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. He's top.
Looking to throw on second down. Prescott. Space to maneuver at the 40. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. Intended that time for Cooper. A critical error there in a tight game with the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. On the draw, this will be Freeman. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long, and you know this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
Here's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. On first down, it's Freeman. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
Yeah, in the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
And down he'll go at the 25. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
47. 45 to Mike. Set the tone, defense. 26.
First down, Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. He's got a man, complete. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause of the action. A timeout here defensively. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A 20th carry here for Elliott. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Throwing here, Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Draw play, Elliott. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
He's crashing.
They'll run it with Elliott. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going. In any case, it didn't work here.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. He'll look to throw. Huge 1st down, gotta hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Ryan to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here's Ryan. That's caught, the tight end Hill. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Dallas, they've indeed run the table here on the regular season. They finish a perfect 16-0, joining the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to ever do so. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, this might wind up being a tough pill to swallow as they're going to finish